What is up, guys? Belamy Prime here, and in today's video we're going to be doing something we spoke about in our previous video, and we're going to be working on upgrading some villages into librarians to give us enchantments. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be building a slight area to kind of control our villages. You can see they're still breeding from our last video, and we're going to be trying to get a nice bunch of enchantments set up ready for when we start enchanting our gear. So I know this is only a few episodes into the Prime Survival, but this is what I like to do to start off with, and it is super easy to do. It's not like it requires a huge investment. And we got this small platform here, and we're going to try and move our villagers and quote unquote trap them on this platform, more or less. And then later on, I got a pretty good idea of something that I can build around this platform to make it look a bit nicer. But for the time being, in this video, we're just going to be kind of locking them up on the platform here, and then hopefully doing some trades with them to level them up, and if we're lucky, get some good enchantments. So I'm going to show you guys the best strategy to sort yourself out some villages with some good enchantments. And to do this, we need to get some librarians first. So we need to get some Lecterns, which is a librarian's workbench of choice. Now, to get a Lectern, you simply want to take some slabs. We have some leftover acacia slabs from when we made our bridge. And then you just want to place a bookshelf in the center, 3 slabs on the, back to front. We put 1 slab at the bottom and 3 at the top, and that'll give us our Lectern. You can do this with any slabs, it doesn't really matter. And we have a bunch of bookshelves right now, so we're going to actually do 8 of these. We're going to do a whole bunch of them because we're going to most likely set up a few villages with this before we're done. So first and foremost, the simplest thing to do, there are more complicated ways to do this, which might save a bit more time, but there are also super basic ways to do it as well. Now, we have a ton of baby villagers roaming around here, which hopefully will grow up pretty soon, but without that, we should just be able to take a Lectern here and just place it in the position that we're going to use later, and with any luck, not too long from now, a villager, whichever one is chilling around in the village somewhere that doesn't have a role or a work of choice, is going to take up the role of librarian, and he's going to wander over to this bench. And we're just going to wait until that happens, because it gets a lot easier once one actually picks up the bench and will come over here. So we'll skip forward until that happens. Alright, so we have our librarian. He's made his way over to his workbench, and he is here willing and ready to trade. Now, we can see just straight up while we open trade, he has an enchantment book, which is Punch 2, which is not an enchantment that we really care about. So what we're going to do, until we get an enchantment that we actually want, we're going to go ahead and break his bench here. Now, once we break his bench, he will no longer be a librarian villager, and he will wander off. But if we place it back down, with any luck, he will walk straight back, and then interact with the thing again. And we can see he's reset his trade. So now he offers Blast Protection rank 3. So we don't want that one just yet. We want we want a few more important ones. So we're going to go ahead and keep doing this until he gives us some enchantments that we actually care about. Respiration 1, not terrible, but again, not something that we really need to know too much yet, because we want enchantments that are going to help us with the Ender Dragon fight, because that is our next goal. Now that he hasn't offered us one this time, and we're going to go ahead and break it and place it down again and just repeat the process until he'll give us a trade that is in power. So power 3, that's not terrible, but it's not power 5. So we're going to go ahead and reset this one as well and see if we can't get something better. Come on, Mr. Villager, let's give us something good. Come on, buddy. Come back over to your pedestal. Where are you going? That's the wrong way. Your pedestal's over here. All right. So it can potentially happen that when you're doing this, when you place the pedestal, it will not actually lock on to the current villager you have, and another villager who's nearby will kind of try to claim it beforehand. So this is most likely why he's walking away. We should see here in a moment another villager will just randomly walk from the town and come up and claim this pedestal. So we'll wait and skip forward until that happens. Alright, so while we're waiting for these guys to finish their congregation in the middle of the town, it seemed to be that's why he was walking away from our little lectern that we put over there. It seems that the librarian that we did last episode while showing you guys how to actually rank up, The one here that has protection 4, I actually forgot that protection 4 is the highest rank of protection you can get. I just assumed that was a 5 wrongly, obviously. So it turns out that this librarian that we had from last episode is actually really good because he has protection 4 and infinity for us. 2 really good enchantments that we will definitely make very much use of in the future. So we can see this guy's made his way back over to here to his lectern. So we're going to go ahead and check. Come on, get a bit closer to me, bucko. Alright, so he's got Sweeping Edge rank 1, which isn't the greatest. We could combine them until we get Sweeping Edge rank 3, but we ideally want that first enchantment to be a good enchantment that's going to be one that we're going to use often, and one that is going to be the highest rank possible. So we got Knockback 2, which again isn't the worst, but it's not the highest rank. I believe it's not the highest rank. But it's also not an enchantment that I really care too much about, whether it's on swords or bows or whatever. I never really dabble with the knockback enchantment, so we're going to go ahead and break that and get him back here again. We're actually going to... okay, it's nighttime, so we have to wait until this guy sleeps and comes back in the next day. If you can't already tell, this can be a lengthy process to do. It takes a little bit of time. It's very easy and very simple, but getting the right enchantments can take a little bit of time to set up. And obviously... once you've got your first one, like our one over there that had protection for an infinity, obviously, even if we happen to do this one and get infinity or protection 4 as well, we don't want more than one of the same one, ideally. So we then would break that and try and go for something else, like mending or power or multi-shot for a crossbow or something like that, right? So we're going to go ahead and keep doing this until we hit something that we actually want. Alright, so it took a couple rerolls, but we finally hit an enchantment that we actually want, and this librarian is offering us Feather Falling rank 4, which is the max rank of Feather Falling, which helps to reduce fall damage taken, and this goes on your boots. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to really quickly just, we need to make some space in our inventory actually, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this sand. That I don't need, and I drop something else? Is there anything here that I could just, hang on, I could just go ahead and place my bed here while I'm working here. Need just a couple inventory spaces here. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a minecart, and we're going to need a set of rails. So let's go ahead and get a couple sticks here real quick. And then we'll go ahead and we should only need 16 pieces of rail for now. That should be more than enough. Now, where'd our librarian go? Of course, it's gathering time in the village. So we're going to have to wait until he gets back. But what we're going to do when he gets back is we're going to quickly place a rail at his feet and then the minecart underneath him to trap him within the minecart. Then once he's trapped in the minecart, we're going to wheel him up next to his lectern, and that's where he's going to stay for the time being. Now, ideally, in the future, we're going to build an actual building around this platform that I'm starting on here, but we're not going to be working on that just today. So we're just going to get them set up on their minecarts next to their lecterns, and then hopefully we can get a couple set up on this wooden platform up here. All right, so it looks as though our villagers are beginning to disperse. Our librarian of choice is here. He's heading over this way. So once he gets a little bit closer to his workbench, they might actually be going to sleep. Before that happens, I'm going to try to trap him there. There we go. We got him. All right, so we have him in his minecart now. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually build a small path up to here, and hopefully we can actually get him up there. So see if we can't push him just up the slope here, just slightly. Come on, up you go. There we go. Beautiful. And then we're going to break this one here. I should probably take out our actual pickaxe so we can break these nice and fast. And we'll get rid of the rest of this track because this is completely not necessary. Whoopsie, I did not mean to do that. We're going to have to drop down there and grab that bit of sandstone there to fix that hole real quick. And yeah, I've realized another issue that I've caused. I'm just going to have to break another one. And make my way up top here and replace these two pieces real quick because we do not want a hole in there already kind of dodgy sleeping facility. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place, for now, it's just going to be a piece of wool in front of them so he cannot roll either direction, and because he's stuck in the minecart, he can't actually move. So right now, he is stuck here. He has feather falling. That is great. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to try and level him, because when we level him, he can actually get up to 2 more enchantments, and the 2 more enchantments could actually be even further good enchantment. And if we get lucky, which is, it's a pretty low chance that we'll get another good enchantment from doing this. But in the case that we do, I want to find out. Now, I was kind of, if you can't already tell, I was kind of hoping that we would get a paper trade along with the first enchant trade, so that we could actually trade with them and level them up that way. But he is offering to sell us books for emeralds, which is just as fine too, because we can use those books to make further lecterns if we need to. Or potentially for our enchanting table later on, the bookshelves, that is. And I got plenty of emeralds to go around, and I'm not worried about splurging and spending a few of them. So we're going to go ahead and buy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we can buy a few more. 8, 9, 10 books, and that will level him up here, and hopefully he gets another enchantment that we actually want. Let's find out. And he got sharpness 5. Wow, actually, that's very, very good. That's actually that's the best enchantment for a sword. So that was incredibly lucky that we actually got that there. So this is a very, very good. This is a very, very good librarian so far. So I'm actually a bit worried because I'm hearing zombie sounds outside now. I know they actually aren't in here. But if this villager was to turn into a zombie, I'd be quite upset, because that's actually really insanely lucky for our first one. So he has Feather Falling 4, which is the highest rank of Feather Falling, and Sharpness 5. That's really, really great. Now, we can actually level this guy up if we were to actually sell him some books. So the best way for us to actually do this is to just take our bookshelves we just got and place them all down, and then take our axe and break them all up, and we'll get 3 books from each of these bookshelves. So the bookshelves we just bought off him, we're going to sell back to him for probably a similar amount of emeralds, and actually we'll probably be running at a loss here, but that's no big deal because we're leveling him up, and that's our goal here. We don't care too much about the emeralds. So let's see, can we get lucky a third time? No, unfortunately, he's not going to give us another enchantment. We can hit it one more time, so what we're going to do is we're going to buy a bunch of glass and level him up once more and see if we can't hit anything on the third one. This would be incredibly insane if we actually did. And we got infinity. Okay, so we already have that enchantment over on our other villager over in the corner, but holy cow, we have 3 max rank really good enchantments on a single librarian. That's kind of insane. Let's go ahead and place this here and go to sleep, so we get all our villagers to wake back up, and we'll see if we can't get one more good librarian before we end the video. So let me take this bed back downstairs here and put it back where it belongs, in the dirt hole, and we'll go ahead and place another lectern, and with any luck, it shouldn't take too long before another villager pops on by to show us what enchantments he's willing to offer us. I can see him right there. He wants to get over here so badly, but he's being blocked. Let's go ahead and remove this crafting table and move to the side just so he can get over there. The Enderman just popped in here to say hello. That was interesting. Now let's see. What have you got for us, bucko? Nothing. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and break this and put the lectern down, and it's probably not going to be the same villager. It's probably going to be one of the ones from over in here. Yep, there we go. For some reason, it sometimes seems to prioritize villages that are further away but still within range. So this guy, come on, let's see what you got. Knockback 1, not the greatest. We'll see if we can't hit a good one here without too many rerolls. Let's go. Come on, what do you got for me? Luck of the Sea 2. If it was a rank 3, I'd consider keeping that, but we really want like armor and weapon things right now. It seems as though neither of these two are the other ones that have locked onto my lectern right now, so we're probably about to see another one. Here he comes, fly out of the sand hole here real quick. So we'll wait for him to pop up here and turn himself into a librarian. And what a disappointment! He didn't even have a single enchantment for us to look at. Come on, one of you 3, lock onto it and give me some enchantments, or we're gonna see another one pop out of the hole over there. Okay, it's this guy. He's coming from across the town for a stroll. Alrighty, so we managed to get a librarian that's offering us Aqua Affinity. It's not the greatest enchantment, but eventually this is going to be something that's useful for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place a few pieces of track around him here. Oh, actually, we need to make another minecart. Oh gosh, let's go ahead and make a minecart super fast here real quick. And hopefully when he steps in, move away guys. God, you're crowding him. You're going to make him nervous. We missed him. No. Alright, I need to break this. Oh gosh. I'm choking. I'm choking. Oh god, I clicked on him. Oh god, I clicked on him. I'm trying. No, stop. What do you do? Go. There we go. Alright, I got him in the right place. Please don't pluck off there. Oh god, this is oh god, I'm ping-ponging him backwards and forwards. Alright, let's get him back onto the track there. Oh god, this is not going well. Alright, let's remove this one and remove this one, and we'll see if we can't just push him onto this little bit right there. There we go. Alright, that'll do. Now I can try to remove that one and just place it facing this way, and then hopefully when I push him onto it, he'll spin. There we go. Oh, wrong way. Alright, let's get you onto there properly. There we go. Nice and snug against the wall there. And we'll go ahead and place our block of wool in front of him there. So he is stuck forever to be my slave for Aqua Affinity, and he does offer us a paper trade, so we're going to go ahead and trade some of our paper here until he levels up. Great. Now, if we can get just as lucky as the other guy, that would be insane for the video, but it's highly unlikely. There we go. He wants to buy books, so we're going to go ahead and buy some books off of him, sell our books, sorry, and we can trade the rest of our paper until he will disallow it. Let's see if we can't get leveled up off this. Perfect. Alright, that worked out quite nicely. We didn't run out of paper, but he ran out of willing to trade. Okay, we got feather falling rank 3. So we didn't need the feather falling, so that is unfortunate, but I believe, can we actually hit another enchantment? So we got the 1-2, 1-2, and then on this guy, yes, I think technically we can get one more enchantment. So it is worth spending a little bit of my emeralds to get some more glass here and rank him up one more time to see if we can't get something. And unfortunately, we didn't get another enchantment. So this guy is only here for his Aqua Affinity because we do not need the enchanted, the feather falling. But however, he is here to trade paper with in the future, so that is just fine. And yeah, so you guys get the idea, right? We trade with these guys and we switch the Lecterns until we get an enchantment that is favorable to us. I'm going to go ahead off screen and go ahead and do this a couple more times to try and see if I can't get myself some other useful enchantments. I really want things such as unbreaking and mending and things like that. So I'm going to try and do that off screen, and then we'll come back at the end of the video and I'll show you guys my results. Alrighty, so to touch back in on our progress with our librarians here, we did a total of 5 in the end. We'll most likely end up doing quite a few more, but I want to hold it with just here for now, for the end of the video. We'll touch back in some later episodes when we add some more in. But to touch on our enchantments, we have Aqua Affinity on our first librarian with Feather Falling rank 3. We didn't unfortunately get a third one on him. Our second one, we got Silk Touch, which is great. That just allows us to break blocks without, changing their form. So, for example, if we were to hit a stone brick, instead of turning into cobblestone, it would remain stone. And this is very useful for a lot of different things. We got Piercing 2, which is not the greatest, but it's there. We got Infinity again on this one as well. We then got Mending, which is amazing. It's one of the best enchantments in the game, and I'm very happy that we got that so early. We got Respiration 2, which is not terrible. We could have got Restoration 3, but Restoration 2 is perfectly fine. We haven't actually got enough emeralds to rank this guy up one more, so I could potentially get another one on him. And then our fourth one, we got Unbreaking 3, which is amazing. That's the highest rank of Unbreaking, so I'm happy about that. We got Feather Falling 2, but that doesn't really matter because we already got a max rank Feather Falling. And then we got Respiration 3. So the Respiration 2 on this guy didn't really matter. And then, of course, we got the OP one from earlier, where we got Feather Falling max rank, Sharpness max rank, and Infinity as well. So pretty good all around. We're missing a few enchantments that we're going to be needing, such as Efficiency. Efficiency is the main one that I want. I want an Efficiency 4 or 5 so that I can mine a little bit faster with shovels, pickaxes, and axes, and so forth. So pretty cool. We'll most likely add in 4 more, or 5 more. We'll put them all inside these little slots here. And fill that up. It was just nice, easy to spread them out for the video. And then I'm most likely going to build a building around these guys, so it doesn't just look like a random gallows stage with some wool on it. But yeah, pretty stoked about that. We got some pretty good luck after the The first one took us a while to get that hit on that sharpness 5, but yeah, pretty happy with what we got after the fact, and yeah, pretty solid video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learnt a thing or two about librarians and villagers in general. I will touch base, like I said, in a further episode about the extra few that we add in later on. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, you can head over to my Discord if you'd like to ask some questions or hang out with some other Minecraft players over there. Otherwise, guys, like I said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode of Prime Survival. Cheers, guys.